Hey y'all, hey, it's Dr. Cherry. Well, I am here with the long awaited final paper template. All right, let's go through it. I will also attach the actual document in the email as well as a quick reference sheet that may help a little bit. I want to thank Ashton for the reference sheet. All right, so everybody's title should be personal theoretical paper. Everybody's title. If you guys will see the little comment, the note that I have, it says leave title slash heading as is. All I want you to do is delete my comment. You can just delete my comment after you have made sure that that is what yours say. It shouldn't say personal theoretical paper A, B, C, nothing. Just personal theoretical paper. Okay? Then under your name, just your name. It should not be in bold. It should not be highlighted. Again, I've made a note. Make sure your name is not bold and make sure it's not highlighted. Once you make sure that's there, go ahead and delete this comment. As you can see, there's no other comments on your reference page, on your cover page. I've already removed everything in red. Everything in red should be removed, okay? Also, do not move this section down. A lot of people have been like moving it down. I'm not sure why. Don't do that. Just leave it as is, okay? Your very first intro heading should, this heading right here, personal theoretical paper, should exactly match your cover page title, personal theoretical paper, okay? Make sure those say the exact same thing. Once you've done that, you can go leave this as is. You can go ahead and delete my comment. All right, so let's look at your intro. Your intro should be 1 to 3 solid paragraphs, no more than 3. And it serves as the intro to your entire paper, okay? So you're introducing the big picture, and then you want to start by just explaining the concept of counseling theories in general. What are counseling theories? Why do we need them? Why do they matter? So you just want to talk about that in general. So you only need 1 solid paragraph. Again, you are not using any I statements. This is not about your opinion. This is just factual research. And yes, you must cite every sentence. Okay? You can find a lot of this information from your textbook or just doing a really, really basic research. In your second paragraph, you want to briefly introduce your area of theoretical orientation that you're focusing on. So whether you're a school counselor, whether you want to focus on a specific cultural population, no matter what you want to focus on, you want to briefly address that. Again, we are not looking for any I statements. We are not looking for any precursor statements like this paper will show or this paper will discuss. You are just simply introducing your theoretical orientation. The Hispanic community deals with A, B, and C, and mental health addresses those needs by how. Again, cite, make sure it's facts, okay? And you can really get this done in 2 paragraphs. But in the event you need 3, that's fine. Just remember, every factual sentence must be cited. You cannot reuse sentences from previous parts of your paper. You cannot copy and paste other parts. You are just writing a broad overview of what your readers are about to read. And again, you do not need precursor statements like this paper will discuss. You don't need any of that. You just want to dive in and introduce it. Okay? So that's the intro part. This is the part that you all are pretty much required to write starting now. Okay? So for this part of your paper, you're going to do the intro and the conclusion, but I'm going to show you how to merge the other 2 together, which is going to be part of this requirement. Okay? So this is from your part B. You should already have this heading, personalized theoretical framework, comma, and the theory that you've chosen, person-centered therapy, existential therapy, whatever it is. Personalized theoretical framework, comma, the theory that you've chosen, the one you've already submitted to me, okay? This section, you're literally copy and pasted what you've already sent to me from part B. You are just copying, pasting this information in here. However, you must first address all of my comments. Make sure that you've addressed each and every one of my comments, especially those marked in red. And once you've addressed them and fixed them, usually about citations or something, then you can go ahead and delete that comment, okay? So again, when you submit your final paper, I want a clean copy with none of my comments, no instructions. All of these instructions should be typed over, okay? Same thing for your professional rationale. You're getting this from part B of your paper. You're just copying, pasting after you have addressed and corrected all of my comments. Okay. For your personal rationale, you're getting this from part A. Remember when we first submitted our paper? And here's the one exception to the rule. Yes, with exceptional permission, you can use I statements. So I am not looking for you all to rewrite anything in your personal rationale. If you are led to edit it, feel free to do so, but that is not a requirement for this assignment. From your Part A section, I want you to literally choose one of these 3 questions that you answered. What do you believe is the basic nature of people? How does healthy or normal development occur? How does normal development go awry? Pick one of the questions that you've already answered, one of those 3, and I simply want you to copy and paste it there. If I made any comments or anything that you need to edit or change, feel free to make those changes. But for the most part, I still want you to just literally copy and paste what you wrote in your very first submission. And I only want one. You may love all 3. I only want one. And I want every paragraph that you wrote. So if you wrote 3 paragraphs for what do you believe is the basic nature of people, then under your personal rationale, I want those 3 paragraphs. Okay. And then we go back to professional theoretical orientation. This is from part B. You've already done this. This is your professional theoretical orientation. You are simply copy and pasting after you have addressed each and every one of my comments and made all necessary edits and corrections. And then we jump back again to your part A, your personal theoretical orientation. Again, this part, I want you to choose one question from questions, use one response from questions 4 through 6. 4, what should the goals of counseling? What should be the goals of counseling? How does the counseling process facilitate desired change in a person? And what is the role of the counselor? You've already answered these. All I need is your response for one of these questions, and I simply want you to copy and paste it here. Okay? So all this section in here is literally you copying and pasting. The only thing you're really writing is your intro and your summary. So in your summary, make sure you read your instructions. This should be 1 to 2 strong, fully developed paragraphs. This is your final write-up of your paper. Okay, you want to give a clear and thoughtful summary of the theory along with its pros and cons and limitations. Again, you can do it in 1 paragraph. 2 is pretty typical, but this should reflect your ability to bring your ideas together. Again, in your conclusion, you cannot copy and paste sentences. Every sentence must be original. And yes, even here, every factual sentence must be cited. And yes, you don't have to, I'm not looking for anyone to go find new references. You can use the exact same references that you have. This section has no I statements. It has no this author statements. It has, I don't want here any sentences like this paper has shown ... None of those things need to be in here. This is just a big bow on everything you think about with the personal, with the theoretical orientation you chose. Okay. Make sure your reference page is formatted correctly. Your reference page should be on its own page. If there's comments, you must fix those. The hanging indent of the reference page starts with the author's name being flush left and everything else is indented. Okay, make sure you don't have any references that are all cap. Make sure each and every reference that's on this reference page, make sure it is cited somewhere within the body of your paper. Okay, your reference page should be the very, very last thing. And that is it. If you followed this completely, you've addressed all my edits and corrections, then we are good to go. All right. All right, y'all. I hope you guys have a great week, and I look forward to reading these papers on Sunday evening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.